Earthquakes are shockwaves created by the movement of tectonic plates in the Earth's crust. What is important to understand is that the deaths caused by them are not due to the shockwaves themselves, but to the man-built structures in their vicinities not being able to resist them. Most of you know there are new technologies being developed to make new buildings earthquake resistant. However, the majority of structures around the world were built before this idea was even conceived, and are therefore at great risk of failure if an earthquake should occur. What I'm going to briefly explain in this video is the concept of retrofitting, through which it is possible to reinforce existing structures, turning them into anti-seismic ones. This is an important step in anti-seismic design, as it is the method by which the deaths due to earthquakes may be reduced the most. When an earthquake occurs, the ground starts shaking underneath buildings, and what often happens in non-reinforced structures is that the building tends to slide off its foundations and collapse to one side. Retrofitting introduces three major reinforcements under the building which prevent this from happening. Number 1. Bolting. Here the house is secured to the foundations using bolts in order to prevent it from sliding off. Number 2. Bracing. Here, what we call the cripple wall of the house, i.e. the hollow layer separating the house floor from the foundations, is reinforced with plywood shear panels in order to prevent it from collapsing under the lateral forces of the earthquake. Number 3. Connecting. Here, the floor of the house is firmly secured onto the cripple wall in order to prevent it from sliding off. These three simple steps can prevent an ordinary non-earthquake resistant structure from collapsing during a shockwave. In conclusion, to demonstrate once more the importance of this method, let's take as an example the earthquake that occurred this year in the old town of Amatrice, Italy. Almost the entire town was destroyed by the earthquake, and nearly 300 people lost their lives crushed under the collapsing buildings because they were so old they had no kind of anti-seismic design to them. Knowing the area is one of high earthquake risk, if the houses had been retrofitted, maybe those lives could have been spared.